Hi everybody, you have found what to do next. We bring everything that is awesome in gaming. This looked so cool. What we do is we go out and we find you something a little bit different. We have a great indie community on Twitter, one on Facebook. Hold on, this requires a controller. I have one, I swear. It is somewhere. Somewhere very busy doing something important. There it is. So we go find an indie dev who's really contributing. Something about interface is the big thing it looks like in this one. Gameplay, storyline. There we go. We bring it to like large, only everything. So I can move my pixel puppet. Can make it uphill or downhill, but it looks like it's a side scroller. So this guy took a side scroller interface and really just ran with it. My fortitude to tread onward. Oops, sorry. We can help a little bit with that, friend, but not a lot. My integrity of wit. If my wit had integrity, I would have been like, I'd have died from that. And my home. Chapter 1. So we try to find something that's basically nothing box that you can play through and really get the gaming experience. I ran into it with my brother when I was much younger. We helped launch Bethesda Softworks. They were a little bit more into the beta testing, and I was curious about design. So I wound up doing a little bit of marketing. It was my first time, but apparently I did a good job. And I never looked back. None of us did. So we've been doing that ever since. No, it's just me now. I've moved on with my career and so on. Resume game reset puzzle. So this drops you into a different puzzle every time, it looks like. And you, the user, have to help this gentleman. Interesting. What else is here? Navigate his way through it. This is like MC Escher meets Dostoevsky. This ought to be interesting. Now we're in part 2 of board 1, which was the first door. So we go out there, we check in with the indie community, and we find everything that has a demo that they want to give me a Steam key on, and kind of sift through it to see, you know, I'll pretty often give out at least advice for free, as much as I can. Every once in a while I get really swamped. So what I do is I give a timeline if you are a dev. And if I can't get to your game, I will always let you know that. Most of the time, people are really understanding unless they have a launch coming up. And it just doesn't matter to them. You know, they'll be like, oh, it's a month out, it's fine. So, this is incredible though. I mean, I love this sort of thing, you know, naturally, normally. When you have a little ball, generally it's a safe unlock in the point and click or seek and find adventure games. So they'll tilt the board around until you can unlock into the next area. I've never seen it done as a side scroller. Braid was a little bit like this in that it used time that way. I do study quanta as part of my culture and communications degree. Is he gonna die? This is horrible. I want to see him die, just because that is how I test out a game. And my last memory was that of pain, definitely. Then I also need to see how it reboots. I just study structure on a game. I've had it suggested several times that I go live, because apparently that's really rare. I am so lost on that. I obviously have gotten yelled at for it. You know, that I can't do that, that you're not supposed to do that. That sort of thing. But I never realized, you know, like why until people did start to go live, until, you know, it was a thing. Oh, that's not good. No! We don't want our last memory to be of pain. It's because it does, there's a, ooh, and we can get it to go backwards. So I made my mistake here. This guy needs to come and not crunch me. This needs to tilt so that it goes like this. And like that, like that, like that. Fudge. I can have it go all the way around. I can try and beat it that way. Ooh. This poor guy and his gruesome deaths. Outrun it, Indiana! Oh. Dosh to Indy. What is going on? Nope. Right about here. Get it! Want it! Need it! Bigger, faster, stronger, harder! More? There we go. Now what? Now what? Oh, I can't touch it. That's interesting. Okay, so let's see what I can do here. Make it so I go and he doesn't. Which will give me the drop on it. It also does put the door face up. You have to use environmental cues when you're really screwing with time space. For some reason, if you throw time at a dev, it will just always give you an environmental cue. It's one of the ways that I dissect French gameplay in a minigame, because they use a foreground, a midground, and a background, and Americans just don't do that. So I need it to give me like extra cues, and I'll study the time factor. Like French, you'll wall climb in a zigzag, and that's really rare. You have to have a drag function if you do that in America. Oh, it's gonna make a mess out of my life, isn't it? No! 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 Want it? Want it more than you want this to suck. Oh, we're just penduluming it. Okay, well, you know. That's... Oh, that's close. Yeah, that was a near thing. Gonna have to let that slide off. So the suspense factor is awesome in this. You get very involved in the game mechanics. I actually have my controller low so you don't see the sheer amount that I move this sucker like this. Oh no! I don't want to go get the key. That was the first time I had this feeling they were gonna go meaningless on like ennui is generally the American version. My fiance is French is, oh my god, he would tell me, is Russian, so I'm more familiar with the, rather than it being, you know, that life is meaningless, especially their older people recognize that life is a hardship. And one of the bonuses of making it to old age, you see that in video gaming, is that they get to complain. So older people are allowed to complain in Slavic culture, most especially Russian. It's just a thing. For older women especially, that's a cheat. Okay, so it's unlocked now, sweetie. Now you let me through. I do want to get on to the next board. Obviously, you can see the way that this is going. You can see if this is the sort of zen that you want to bring to your weekend. Link in the description below. Also down there is Gamer Grind. Gamer Coffee. You can put your logo on merch for nothing bucks. You can also support us. So if you want to support what to play next and pimp our stuff out, we have some really cool coffee mugs on there, t-shirts, bags, or stickers, which you can stick onto just about anything. So, okay, so I can't function with the rope. It's just there to mess with my perspective, essentially. And it's doing a great job. As far as art goes, this guy definitely embraced it. So this is helping me track my key. I'm not going to say that I would have missed it there, but I can see where people would. Normies, non-gamers, people who don't know the struggle. That must have been an interesting, that's not what I meant to do. Build. Does it come back onto the screen? As the key leaves, so too I am left marooned in the structure. Well, what do I do then? Hold on. I get to the key? Because I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing how that would happen. It's fine. It's all fine. So it's part of a big plan. Big, exciting, where we turn really, really fast and catch it plan. No, we don't. Okay, that's good. That's good. Now I'm online with that key. Also down there is Gamer Grind. We did partner with a really great gamer co-op. They have gamer coffee shipped to your door. So that is for a great price, you can get a little kick in your morning. I know a lot of people are into really good whiskey, and it brings that same sort of thing to coffee. So I definitely embrace that fast. That's where you get the logo. KOFI is a social network. Buy this chick a coffee, $1, make me smile. But all my social media links are down there. So we love you guys. We love hearing from you. I'm in an interesting conundrum here. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. So subscribing, liking, that is always free. If you hit the bell, it'll show you a little thumbnail so you can see what we're working on. If you do like this sort of Zen thing, if that's going to be for you, or if you just want to skip to the next big blockbuster, story-driven, etc., we find where you can get them all for like nothing bucks. Or we explore a gaming mechanic 6 days out of 7. On the 7th, we'll tend to do something larger. We're so excited that you guys came along for the ride. We love you. We love that you are always down for it. Stay safe, game on, and we'll see you in the next video. Smash